Might as well just fucking go. There's no point in dilly-dallying. After all, what good would that do? No MT32 today. I'm not doing MT32s, and plus the fact that the dude it belongs to is like, oh no. My floppy drive just broke. That's not good. Oh, fuck's sake. Let's turn the machine off and turn it back on and see if it unbreaks. Probably not. It's probably just died. It doesn't matter. I don't use floppy disks anyway. Floppy disks are for pufters. But, well, that's not far, actually. They haven't done anything to deserve that. No, floppy disks are for terrorists. Yeah, that's who uses floppy disks. Probably. You would hope so, because, I mean, they'd never get outdone if they had to rely on them, would they? What a useless storage medium. Write once, read once medium. But yeah, no MT32s today. It's going to be fart maker synthesis instead of mostly terrible synthesis. Liquid S synthesis. I think this was the right one. Sorry, my sinuses are shit. Hay fever. You'll know what it's like if you ever suffer with it. You know. So I'm sorry I was sniffling and stuff, but you gotta just work through it, because otherwise you never get anything done for like at least 10 months of the year. Yeah, probably. Why do I have no sound? I had sound, it was working. Hang on. What's wrong with my audio? I've tested that. You see, again, I test and it doesn't work, but every time I don't test, it works. Like, how does that work? I didn't turn the sound off, did I? That's not an options thing. Let me start the game, and then press the configuration. Shame I can't do this from the main menu. I guess that is a flaw in this game, that I have to sit through a load screen. I plugged my headphones straight into the card just to make sure it's not the... Okay, it's the workstation being stupid. Wonderful. Ahem. Excuse me. I know what it might be. There we go. Yeah, it's the, it was sending the audio to the microphone. And it's a fucking mess. I mean, it's technically right, because I have to use, like, the microphone for audio out, because the audio doesn't work, but the OBS can't capture that, so... Fucking hell. Anyway. Well, it still works, so that's good. I wonder if the FM synth will impact performance at all.
There he is, stop it.
But this is a MediaVision card, so it should at least be clean FM synthesis. That's probably the best that's ever going to fucking sound. I always find these little holes weird in this level. They're just kind of odd. Well, they did that. It's to make it harder for prisoners to escape. Of course, Kyle Katarn, they can't take him to prison. He'll just break into prison. Well, it's the joys of motherboard manufacturers never patching issues with their firmware that they've had since release. This board's old now, so obviously they're not ever going to patch it. And people always give me this, install generic Realtek drivers. It's like, modern audio codecs don't work that way. They're OEM specific. The only drivers that work are the fucking OEM drivers from Supermicro, and those are broken. And now... I could install a sound card, but... I'm not going waste my money on it. Just use a USB microphone as an audio output. I mean, it's what I have to do on a fucking laptop, so why not? So someday I'll record the audio off that laptop so you can get an idea of what I have to listen to. No, no MT32 today. It's needed for guitar accompaniment or whatever the fuck that dude does. That fucking... Seems to me those are the people who earn them most, the guitarists. But this weird little room over room sector thing doesn't seem to be chunking the game too hard. That's running alright. Yeah, Carl Katar. They'll never take me to prison. I'll break into the prison before they can arrest me. I'll show them. I still find the little French accordion rather strange in this track. It's probably one of the best musics of the game, but... No, it doesn't work. It's Pro Audio Studio 16. It's just a PAS 16 with like a couple of extra bits hanging off it. But no, I don't... That Thunderboard doesn't work. Like, whoever bastardized it did a bad job. And so they killed it. I can't get it working. Well, I might be able to. I think they've replaced a tantalum with an electrolytic somewhere, because they're all like really cheap electrolytic capacitors they've put on. You can't really do that, like... It's fine if it's like for noise suppression, but if it's in a clock circuit and it's resonant, then you're just not going to get away with it. You know, Nightmare 3D actually did something better than Dark Forces, and that is the aiming precision in this doesn't really improve when you hold the slow key. Whereas Nightmare 3D, it almost relies on that at times. It really does impress me, the level of thought that was put into that game. Like, they could have done such a throwaway job. And yet they clearly put a lot of mind into everything that they put together there. I mean, they did with this as well, but... So I got a feeling if I can get that Thunderboard to work, it's probably going to end up in whatever goes in that little profile case. Because it's probably going to be like a 386 or a 286, I guess. Yeah, most things do. It's some fucking resonant properties that electrolytics don't really do. So your option is, you know... I can never remember what buttons for those. I'll just use this. I think, is it F2? Yeah, that's what I wanted. So yeah, if it's right next to a crystal. So what have I done with it? It must be around here somewhere. See, I was in all of this yesterday, so I've probably gone and misplaced it and moved it somewhere. It's all blank paper, there's no nasty drawings on them. That's a shame. Yeah, I'm guessing I've put it somewhere safe, and it's so safe that I now can't find it. Oh, listen to those fucking FM pads. That's fucking classy, that shit. Ugh. You know, there was worse solutions than FM synthesis. Like, it's not that bad. I wouldn't ever want to use it. It's shit, but it could have been worse. Isn't that... Yeah, there's... I could have sworn there was anal probe droids out here. There is. Yeah, the lowering of details. You know, I actually think this is running better without the MT-32. I mean, I guess the MPU interface is, like, on the CPU in this thing, so... like, all that additional workload of driving it has been done in software, so... It probably is going to run a bit better without it. I don't know how tangible that's going to be. Ow. That heart. I'm going to say, I think there's more shit hiding in here. This might hurt a bit. Totally worth it. I can say, isn't this... aren't we technically ahead here? That's your puzzle solution. See, I can't actually remember this. But that's the thing, FM synthesis, it can sound good, but the amount of work you have to put in. Like, you have to wonder, when does it stop being FM synthesis, you know? I need a red key, get bent. Yeah, that elevator's in the way. Yeah, when you think back to quantum physics, you'd never know this game influenced, like, how I design levels, would you? Why does that keep happening? My inputs keep jamming up over here for some reason. Yeah, my inputs are, like, buffering, it's weird. Like, it'll register them, but it registers them late. There we go, that's not great. I'm assuming that's a performance issue, but the frame rate isn't that bad, though. Yeah, it is. I mean, it outputs RGB and stuff. I'd make a cable for it, but I don't have anything that accepts that input, so it'd be kind of pointless. I still need to fix this broadcast monitor, but yeah, that doesn't do RGB, really. It says it does, and I can get the screen to, like, flicker, so I assume it accepts some kind of RGB that nothing I have outputs. I do have to wonder, as we can get in there, like, I'm sure there was a massive shortcut for this level, so I'm going to send the elevator down and go in. I'm going in. The thing is, if we do this there's extra lives in this level. Because the other elevator will be up at the top, and so I don't think this will be reachable.
Stop, rebels, come.
Or else what? What are you going to do? Man, they loved the sector stacking in this, didn't they? I saw something. Did you see a room for, like, one frame there? Oh, I prefer FM synthesis over fucking liquid ash synthesis. There is a problem I've just registered. I don't remember the sequence, and there's nowhere back now. So you might be stuck a while figuring that out. Well, why would I need to output PAL? I don't want to output PAL, that's stupid. There is a PAL version of this card. You could probably adapt this one to do it if you change the crystals and the coils, but I'm not sure why I'd want to make the output worse. Oh shit. Oh, it's this input buffering again. No! No! Run! This is going to become a bit of an issue, isn't it? It better not be my fancy Cyrix keyboard letting me down. You know, this garbage shit compactor looks a lot more lethal than the one in the movies. Skywalker had an easy time of it. But I mean, it's no surprise that Catan is more badass than puny fucking Skywalker. Yeah, but there are no PAL settings. There's all you've got is like a sticker on the card on top of the fucking encoder that says NTSC, and it says in the manual NTSC version, PAL version. But they use different hardware. I don't want the PAL version. It'll be slow. There's no need for it. I don't know what advantage it would offer me. Like, better colour, maybe. Because I honestly starting to think NTSC colour is garbage. Now I own more NTSC stuff. You get these weird boxes around the edges of things. It looks really ugly. Yeah, we should have gone and... Oops. Oh, how do I work this without a mouse? I can't remember. I can't remember how to work the inventory with no mouse. There must be a way of doing it, but we'll just press some random buttons and see what happens. Because I know this can be done. Because I have done it, but I don't remember what. Oh, that's interesting. Unfortunately, the boxes upstairs are. I would just read the manual. It's weird that the caps lock prevention doesn't work in here. Really? Can I just not operate this without a mouse? Oh no, it's fucking... Why didn't I try that? Yeah, I don't have any of those key cards, so... we won't be here a while. What's Pyramid XR? Was that Pyramid? I think. Yeah, the monitor doesn't really care about things like that. It's neither PAL nor NTSC. It just exists. Well, I heard doors go when I inputted that.
Okay, Chad. I rescued Nadine. Don't hang around.
Well, that's that level.
More troopers arrived.
I can't believe I remembered the combination. Okay. Yeah, well, it's a broadcast monitor. It's a broadcast card outputting RGB to a broadcast monitor in broadcast for. It doesn't. That's not VGA. It's RGB. It even says in the manual like you can hook it up to broadcast monitors. That's what it's for. Well, not necessarily, but it is. It's NTSC. That's what it's outputting, NTSC RGB. The monitor just doesn't like it. My PlayStation doesn't work on it either. Not my PS1, my PS2. If I set it to RGB mode, I just get the same flickering white bars flashing up. Like, RGB just doesn't work in there. I tried shoving SCART into it as well. Like, you know, I doubt it's really the same, but I tried stuffing that into the RGB holes, and in that I get this weird grey screen. Well, I could reference the manual. Oh, it does component just fine, but it doesn't do RGB. It doesn't like it. It's possible the feature's just broken. But that monitor isn't too bothered about like refresh rates and shit. Like, as long as it can lock on, it'll display. Like, I've fed some wonky things in there, it's just not bothered, generally. Just RGB stuff, it doesn't work. But hey, it wouldn't make a difference now, because now it only displays in black and white anyway. So, you know, it's broken, and I need to figure out what's wrong with it. Which is great, because I just love working on CRTs. And the other problem is it's kind of intermittent. It takes progressive scan just fine. Probably, I mean, it was really cheap, so I wasn't going to pay full price for one. It doesn't really matter, I don't have anything that outputs RGB, so I'm not really bothered. This card is pretty much the only thing that has it. You know, it's fucking... I don't know, it's a fucking mess. Like, everything else I have that has it is optional, and it just outputs YIP or otherwise, or S-Video. There's no point in building a cable for this card, because I know it won't work. And if that feature on the TV monitor isn't working, then I'm really not bothered, because it's a useless feature to me. Like, nothing outputs that, so... And I mean, it is a Sony monitor. Oh, now we start getting the fun weapons. It is a Sony monitor. It's possible it just doesn't like regular RGB. Yeah, I know you can, like, mess with cards like that. I have some, but I don't see the point when I have a, like, 15-inch monitor to plug it into rather than a janky cable and a fucking 8-inch screen. Well, I'm hoping it's something loose, but punching it doesn't seem to make it go away. It seems to be when it heats up. So finding it is going to be a pain in the arse. I suppose I can just poke things with a plastic stick until it breaks again. Like, you know, go in, get a plastic prod and just prod everything until something busts. Where does this key want to go? I always get lost in this level. Oh, crap. No, don't stand there. That's exactly why I didn't want to stand there. Oh, that one's still alive. Let's punch him. Fucking hell, man. The force of Catan's punches. Like, he should be in one of the fucking fighting games, this guy. Yeah, I don't know, it's... The problem with putting the card in those modes is it's kind of useless anyway, because it forces the card to run at a lower refresh rate and slows everything down on the machine. You get this weird box around everything. I mean, it's already been slowed down just by having that bloody capture card hanging off of it. Don't need to make that worse. It really does affect things. It seems to be subject to the slower frame buffer that's on that thing. And that frame buffer ain't all that quick. I mean, I'm not surprised it uses an older memory technology. Well, yeah, I don't really know what else you could do to find them, really. I mean, plastic stick is about all you've got. Unless you really, really know the internals of the thing you're poking around and you can figure out where the breakage is just on knowing what's going on. Oh, bloody hell, he's punching me. The bastard! His punches are crap, they're no match for Catans. I guess I gotta go down here. Looks that way. Where's the fucker? Thermal detonator fight. Well, yeah, it'll pull the whole thing down to 60, but it has a bit of an effect. And I almost wonder if this card's weird timings is what messes up Captain Comics music. Because I don't seem to remember this machine doing that with the card that I had in when I was testing it. Because I don't remember what video card I had, but I know I had a different one in when I was building it, and I remember it running fine. Uh-oh. That wasn't what I wanted to select. That was. It's a weird little machine, this thing is. I mean, it figures I built the fucking thing, so it was always going to be a bit strange. I sort of wonder sometimes, like, what if I had, like, a business, like, in the 90s, like, as a computer builder? How quickly would I have gone bankrupt for building these strange things that nobody wanted? Like, solve problems that didn't really exist. I don't know, I think in reality I'd have been sensible. Like when this would have been around, I would have probably been pushing the hell out of, like, you know, 286s at double-figure megahertz. I did think about it, just for playing this, but I figured no, I'll carry on with this. And it seems to be running alright, so I'm glad I left it alone. I'm guessing it was the MPU that was slowing things down. I mean, running the sound card and shit already, like, takes a far bit of cycles out. I mean, you see in games that have a 16-bit option, you just never really want to use that unless you're playing it on something that's really fast, because it'll slow the game's control. Even my Pentium 2, like, will take hits in the build games for, like, using 16-bit mixing. That's just horrible. Just shoot someone in the back while attacking a leak. Unfortunately, they don't work in this game. But, I mean, there's that much other interactivity in this game for its time. I think we can let it get away with it. Duke 3D wasn't out yet, so subjecting it to the Duke Nukem test is a little unfair. It can't be that far ahead of its time. And plus the fact, this game directly influenced Duke Nukem 3D, so it gets a pass anyway. Yeah, this is the bit where I always end up getting stuck. Oh shit. That was unpleasant. Oh shit. Blech. The hell was that? I got a key. I'm assuming I must need to be this way. Don't remember what's in there. Ow! Where'd that come from? Well, I don't care. I'm going this way now. Elevator. Oh, Oscar, you will not get away. I am really pissed off! Oh, crap. I need to watch Short Circuit again, man. That movie was good. That movie was better than it had any fucking right to be. Due to the amount of damage I've took, I am not going to to try and thermal detonate my way in there. Would you stop throwing those at me? It really hurts. Boss fights are going to be a bit rough on this thing. Of course I found the bog. Every good game has a bog. I'm starting to become hopeful that multiplayer is never coming for Iron Fury, because I've heard nothing of it, and as long as it doesn't happen, I don't have to go back and update the timing code in my little bastardization of it. Nose hairs in my mouth. That's not nice. Must have come down the back of my throat. Happens sometimes. You see, I hate to be disgusted. Actually, I don't. I'm lying. I don't really care, but... Yeah, you see, I'm going to end up dead here, aren't I? There's this annoying thing that happens where... hair grows in my nose and it's curly, and it curls over, then grows up my nose, and it's really, really annoying. That killed somebody, but I think we're going to wind up dead regardless. We'll run, hope we happen to run into a med kit. I don't give a fuck about your Imperial law. Everybody uses the metric system now, and I know it's gay and I don't want to use it either, but sometimes you have to. This makes total sense when everything in your country was built in Imperial, but hey, And I wonder why nothing's ever repaired properly. This 25 by 25.7mm wood is equivalent to, yeah, like fuck it is. Like, it's not equivalent to any Imperial material. Yeah, well, I wanted to draw some fucking Jap weeb shit, and I really couldn't get Clamp's, like, style down. It's too complex. Maybe I practiced and practiced, but I didn't want to, and so it seemed like a way of making up for not drawing the Sakura thing. Did this room have a point? Oh, it did, because there was a key, wasn't there? So I think it goes at the other end of the corridor. We are going to end up being killed, but we have like 5 lives, I'm not really that worried. Could I do it without being killed? Probably, especially if I had a faster machine, I guess. Would be a bit smoother. And to be honest, I think it's more the input problem than the machine. I have a feeling my keyboard might be loose in the adapter. Let's give it a shove. Did I go in there? I would think I did. No, I didn't. Good. The items I've needed keep presenting themselves to me. It's quite well designed here, actually. I suggest that they did at least think about what they were doing. That's always nice to see. Because you get some games, id games, suffer with it a lot, where you don't have the things you need and you end up running out of ammo. And so you explore to try and find more ammo and health, and then you don't find any. Whereas this game's been pretty decent on that so far, where if you'll just look around, you'll find what you run out of. Like, not necessarily a lot, but enough to progress, You might have a bit of a little fight to get it. There might be 1 or 2 dudes guarding it, but that's fine, Oh, they're starting to get us with these landmines. Landmines? That'll kill him! Run! Run, buddy, run! Run! Try it again, you idiot. Yeah, the first time out alright. I don't know about the rest of it. The proportions seem a little bit weird. Yeah, well. It's a throwaway fucking thing, it doesn't really matter. How does this work again? Hey, this is where the next gen started tanking. There is a slight dip, so I guess maybe this is like a load zone of some kind, but it's not... It's not as pronounced as it was on the next gen. Like, given the baseline speed at which the game is running already, that doesn't seem as rough to me. But there's a loose corner on a wall somewhere. But can I see over the door? Ah, so it is drawing out there. That'll be why it's slowing down. That's a bit weird. I wonder why that is. It closes back to that as well. It's not like they've just left it there when they were editing. I'm still pleased with the Lisa drawing, personally. I think that actually turned out pretty good. Like, I don't usually like the shit that I draw. But that actually turned out really well. I wanted to, like, colorise her body a bit, you know, have, like, the darker fur along the edges. And then kind of meet up below her belly and just the rest of it be grey. But because I've only got black and white to work with, I figured, like... You know, it's just going to look messy. And then you're going to lose detail, because even in, like, the very black and white colour scheme I went with, it didn't quite turn out as I wanted. I wanted her bush to be more pronounced. Because, I mean, she is an 80s girl, so she would have a big bush. And hair under her arms. Personally, I don't mind a girl with a decently big bush. That ain't a problem to me.
Looks like we're done here.
I don't actually get the thing for, like, shaving all of that off. It's like, why do you want to make your genitals look like they're not mature, you know? Like, I don't necessarily want a big matted mess down there, but... You know, there's nothing wrong with there being a bit of hair on it. Did I complete the mission? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Trap the smuggler ship. It's a remote planet called Anchovies. Nice marching kind of beat to it, this. Oh, a nylon standoff. Very dirty nylon standoff. That'll be useful. So I bet that case doesn't come with any. I still have screws missing out of this that I'm sort of putting in as I go along. Oh, it's this level. Yeah, this is going to be a bit rough, isn't it? There is a secret, apparently. It's like down one of these edges, but I don't remember which one. Was it this one? Fuck me. Why's the frame rate bad in here? I'm sure there's like another secret in this or something. It was, oh yeah. This was it. It has this weird shape, which does not match where I am. So that's weird. I wonder how they achieve that. How do they make the auto map something that? Fuck knows. Is that stored separately to the level? Yeah, I don't get that shit, man. I don't know what that is, but some bunny-eared bastard. I think it was like something they'd worked on before this, wasn't it? Whoa, that was weird. I don't know if you caught that, but the picture just kind of tore, like it desynced for a second. I hope those overheating issues don't come back. Because those were nasty. I thought I'd got those. Could I bomb myself up there? Probably, but I don't think it'd be much use. Max. Max. I don't know, no Max. Either way, though, it's always nice to find things like that in a game. Right. I'm wondering why it's controlling weird and I'm on ice. It's slippery in here. Like, why am I sliding everywhere? Frame rate does tank a bit in here, but to be honest, given it's a pretty open area, we've got lots of panning floors and walls, it's not doing that bad, I have to be honest. I would expect much worse. Imagine how the equivalent area would run in Doom, you know? Can't imagine it being a very fun experience. Lost track of where I am. Yes, it's Seven Max, I know nothing about it. Well, maybe I'll look it up. Something tells me it won't be 286able. There's very little you'd seem to be able to run on the damn things, and when you can, it's always, like, minimum requirement. And it's usually a faster one than mine. It's usually, oh, it needs an 8 megahertz processor. It's like, right, well, that's me out of the running, isn't it, with my shitty little fucking 6 megahertz one. There's fucking, imagine if you bought 286 like in the mid-80s, like, you saved up for like months and months or fucking years to buy one. It's extremely slippery here. But you know, you saved up all that time to buy one. Like, I'm not buying a shitty XT, which I don't think would have been unwise to not buy an XT. I mean, they're crap. What the fuck are you going to use one for? I actually hit the ledge halfway down. You know, so fuck buying an XT, but then you spend all this extra money on a fucking 286. Like, this'll be the future. This is an investment, because I'm not going to have to upgrade my computer. And so you get, like, the early 6 megahertz model. I think there was even a 4 or 5 megahertz one for, like, a really brief time. So maybe you get one of those. And then the XT starts dying towards the end of the 80s, and things start moving on. And nothing supports your fucking 286. It's just a piece of shit. It can't run any XT software that's timing sensitive, because even with the D-Turbo like on, it's too fucking fast. So you can't run any of that, and then you can't run any of the shit that came, like, not built for XTs, because, oh no, it's too fucking slow for that. And now it wants a 386SX as a minimum, or like at the very least a 12 megahertz 286 or something that your motherboard doesn't support. Like, I would have been fucking furious. And it must have happened to somebody. There'll be some poor sod out there. The Mathco processor in mine, I think, can actually do like 10 megahertz, but the CPU's stuck at 6. And I knew that when I bought it, and I was quite happy about it. Like, oh, this is good, you know, because I wanted it to be a really slow one. Like, that was my goal. I wasn't trying to build, like, the fastest 286. I wanted it to be pitifully slow. But the board, even though it states, like, 3 different speeds, has no way to change it. It has that weird little potentiometer on it, which I assume is for video timing. Howdy, Russick. But I only assume it's for video timing, because I've never dared twist it in case it breaks something. It's definitely not for the CPU clock. I imagine the little C&T chipset on there, which is old, it's not a fucking SCAT or NEAT or anything like that. It's much older. Oh god, there's turrets in this level, isn't there? must be rated for like 10 megahertz operation or something, but I don't really want to be desoldering crystals or anything. Like, I like the machine the way it is. It does exactly what it was supposed to do. It's just that it doesn't do a whole lot. What if I don't stop? What are you going to do? You know, I have a feeling conveyor belts in this game are probably much more accurate than the ones in Duke Nukem 3D. Oh, there's an extra life in there. We'll just leave it. Fuck. I mean, the way he cornered that was really sharp. It wasn't like Duke 3D's ambiguous, well, it's somewhere over there, but I don't actually know really where. And sorry, your item slid off the corner and now it's jittering like on the edge of a red wall, so, you know, have fun with that. Fucking build engine. It's one of them things, the build engine, where I'm sure when I get old I'm going to look back and be, why did I waste so much time learning so much about how this worked? What fucking use was this knowledge? What could I use this for? Like, in the real world? What could it be applied to? Because the answer is bloody fucking nothing. Like, it's not useful. Can't get in there, can I? No. Wonder how I get this on then, I can't remember. Hold on. Yeah, that's definitely more accurate. Oh, crap. I think this is death. I don't think it lets up. No, it does. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty nasty in there. Yeah, that's definitely damaging sick puddles. Oh, it even has an animation on the wall. I mean, I suppose removing the FPU from the 286 would make it run a little bit faster, but I don't think it'd really be tangible. It's that slow of a thing that it's just going to run like garbage no matter what you do, but I will try at some point. When I get round to doing the Larry games, I'll try and go as far as I can with it. It reminds me of puke, that texture. Maybe that's just my, you know, Farground, like, ancestry or something, and it's... You know, I actually quite like the sensation of being sick. It doesn't bother me. It's probably just a life of stomach troubles where you're going to be sick quite often, so you just get used to it. Thing is, I'm one of them strange people who makes himself sick. You know, it's like, my stomach's really bad. Do I think I'm going to be sick with this? Seems so. Then should I sit here in agony all night? No, because I'm going to be sick. So I'll just make myself sick now, and then I don't have to deal with it. The one that's installed is rated for 8 megahertz. Which I find odd, because I mean in 1985 that must have cost them a fair bit to supply that one, when they were only running it at 6. And the board obviously was built to only run it at 6. And I don't think it's ever been... It might have been, and whoever did it probably just used the right tools and did a really good job, but... I have a feeling it's always been in there. It's an old fucking 286, that thing, you know, it's... Oh no, it's doing this input shit again. It did seem to go away after I jiggled the keyboard, though. Yeah, okay. We're doing okay. Does that turn them round? No, I don't know what that did. I have faster ones. I mean, I have an entire... Oh, I think I've put things on it. Yeah. Well, I have another 286 board that actually has like 4 megs of RAM in it in DIP format, which I knew existed, but I've never encountered one before. But that fucker has socketed crystals. That'll run up to like 16 megahertz, I think. But I think the chip that's in there is rated for 12. So I could always move to that. I guess I could shove it in that low profile case, like, temporarily when I get round to that. Although I still kind of picture it being a shitty 386 in there. Because I mean, this is my good 386, so I guess maybe I need a shitty 386. I don't remember this bit. This must be optional, or I'm just remembering that. I don't think I've ever beaten it, but I have it somewhere for the Mega Drive. Yeah, it'll be the Mega Drive. Yeah, well, I have played with that 12 MHz 286, and it is a lot more ballsy than my shitty little 6 MHz one. But I suspect if I could get it to boot at 6 MHz, which it won't do, it's just too slow for the logic on the board to function anymore, it seems. But if I could do it, I suspect it would still be faster. That's Dark Troopers I'm hearing, isn't it? What did that do? Oh dear. See, I should probably turn that around. This is the fucking Overlord shit. Yeah, there's a boss fight in this room. This is going to be a bit rough on such a bottom of the spec machine. They do have exploding weapons now though, so I mean that might be useful, but we don't have many of them. Ominous music. Good lord. Oh, come on. Enough with the tomfoolery. Well, probably, I don't fucking know. It's a slow 286, it would have been one of the fast ones off the damn line, so... They're really not worth it. I really don't recommend them to anyone. Like, just don't bother with them. If you want the 286 experience, buy a decent 386SX board, because last I checked was still cheap because nobody fucking wanted them. You can at least run some things on a 386SX, you can have a decent time with one. You won't quite be running this, but you can probably run a generation of games before it. Certainly run Nightmare 3D just fine on one. I would think. You know, it's... And then just deturbo it, or if you can get one with a crystal socket, change the fucking crystal out, put a slow one in. You know, they're slower than 286's clock for clock anyway by a half, so... At least late 286's... Oh shit. There he is. Blow him up! AI seems to run a bit slow. Oh no, get me out of there. This is going to be a bit of a clunky experience. Luckily the AI seems subject to the slower speed as well, so this maybe won't be as bad as it could be, but it's not going to be as much of a spectacle as it would be when I was playing it on the K5. There we go. There's... Cache generally isn't on SX boards, I've never seen it there, so I don't know if it's possible, and yeah, the memory bus is narrower. Because basically they just went on 286 boards already. Oh crap. I need to run, because he deflects those, doesn't he? And that's what I thought I was hearing before. That noise is actually pretty, like, unnerving when you're stuck in a maze like this with them. Horrible things. No, fuck off. fuck off. Oh, man. This shit's gonna take it out of my shields. Yeah, I knew I'd end up dead here. Usually seem to end up dying at least once to these fuckers. Where's the way out? I really don't like that noise. I assume the stereo panning's correct. But yeah, if you de-turbo a 386SX, you'd have a pretty good representation of 286, but without the compatibility shit and like the other compatibility shit of like been limited to VGA cards made like before the end of the 80s. It's that input buffering again. Yeah, my keyboard LEDs just flashed. I think my little adapter's wearing out. We'll just keep it for now, it'll be fine. I have the ice boots, so this isn't as bad as it could have been, but we'll walk slowly in case there's any sudden frame dips going on. Yeah, that runs alright. It ain't bad. Oof. Howdy, serious Cacodemon. There's another level out the way. That wasn't too bad. That went smoother than I thought. I'll be back in a moment. Yeah, the fight was a bit rough. It's, yeah, I'd still like to see Star Wars Catan edition. It'd be fun. It'd be a short movie, but I could see it playing out as an Arnold film. No, I couldn't see Arnold playing him, but I don't know, I think he'd be more of a Bruce Willis type. He'd be more of a Die Hard type of character, I think, in the film. It would work. you never really see those. I think there's probably less of them in use than there is, like, early 286 gear. I think largely it wasn't intended as a replacement anyway, but yeah, I would be interested. Apricot probably used them in something, so who knows? Yeah, you see that last level, I do remember that slowing down on faster machines sometimes. It was never uncomfortable, but don't know how this thing's going to take to it. But it has improved since I got rid of the liquid ass synthesizer that was plugged in last time, so I mean that's... Why can't I switch weapons? This keyboard's going to get me killed. Not the weapon I wanted, but it's the one that I was allowed to select. I like this level, but this level always gets me lost. Did it? Well, I didn't have too much to say about it, only that I'm not sure whether it had much advantage, and I don't think it was meant to replace the 8086 anyway. I think it was meant to be used somewhere else. And that Apricot were probably weird enough to use one. It's fucking Star Wars music. I can't remember where this music played, but I'm sure it was in one of the movies, something very similar. Maybe when they're around the sand crawler. One downside this game that there is no vector weapons in it. They're all projectiles. Oh great, now I'm out of ammunition for that. You know, let's just ignore those because that's just going to waste my ammo. And while I'm staring at the little polygons moving, it's just eating CPU cycles up. Man, this is a rough neighbourhood around here. Fuck me. Oh. Yeah, I've already forgotten where I am and what goes on in here. Let's keep them just short of punching distance, maybe he won't bomb me. It's like all stacked on top of itself, this level. It's... Yeah, probably. You can never trust the fucking copyright system now, it ruins everything. I'm still toying with the idea of doing alternate edits of some videos, like where I actually like include music and shit and just not putting them up. Like the video would still be on YouTube, but there'd be a second edit where I was just blasting music that I would want there if I could use it. Just host them on my own server where nobody can really do much about it. But they'd be like, hey, don't do that, it's mean. No. This is my property, you'll have to come and take it. Which I don't think they're going to invest the resources to do just because, like, one guy played some 90s song that nobody else fucking remembers. Well, of course the 186 is useless. It's from the useless era when PCs weren't really any good yet. Caramel popcorn. See, I don't mind the caramel one. The salted one's weird. Most people I know like the salt one. I'm like, you know, I really like salt, but it just doesn't really work on popcorn for some reason. I had this vanilla flavoured stuff once, that was... And who thought that was a good idea? When I used to make it myself, it just tasted like slightly burnt butter, so that's how I'm used to it. Oh, this doesn't look at all dangerous. You know, on the vanilla thing, you know what pisses me off? I really liked Mackie D's vanilla shaved milkshakes. Like, those were pretty nice. And every time I go there, like, oh, sorry, sir, we don't do those anymore. And then I talk to my fucking friends, and they're like, oh, I went to Mackie D's the other. Did you? Did you get anything good? Oh, yeah, I got a vanilla milkshake. It's like they don't do those. Oh, they've started doing them again. Have they? Oh, well, I think I'll be going to Mackie D's. Fucking, I go there. Yeah, oh, we don't do those anymore, sir. We've just withdrawn them. I just gave up in the end. Like, you know what? This ain't fucking happening. I'm obviously not allowed to have them for some fucking reason. That's back down there. I don't want to go down there. There's shit down there. I don't think I want to be down there either, do I? Maybe. Maybe I want to be over that big dark hole over there. Keyboard was responsive enough at least. It's eating my batteries. It's not eating them too bad though. Any doors here? Don't see any. I think I got a key from something. Inventory. Maybe that little door opens now. I don't think anywhere even does cheesy fries around here. Bowling alley used to, but well, that other bowling alley's still around. I wonder if they're doing. That's Hollywood Bowl. I don't like it in there. These aren't force fields, are they? Yes, they are. Okay. Fucking hell, that's lethal. Why would you install that in a public fucking footpath? Oh. TV reception isn't very good round here. It's like trying to get Channel 5 in Hull in the 90s. Ah, that fucking crane's turned around on the dock again. No movie for me. Oh, really? Well, it does not want to target that dude. Weld his face shut. There we go. I guess we'll go this way. Oh, well, I guess we won't go that way. We'll go this way. This is the way I meant to go to start with, not that other way. That other way is shit. No one goes that way, especially me. Like, I wouldn't fall for that. Never. Not never. Oh, come on, man. They're just trying to run a mechanic business here. They weren't bothering no one. I assume that's what they're doing. Yeah, there's like... I mean, if I get really stuck, I'll just... like, basically have a permanent one of them and just turn that super shield on in the options, but... nothing's killing me too bad at the moment. I'm gaining lives as quick as I'm losing them, so... I don't remember how this bit works, but I do remember this room. It's not quite where I remember it being, but... I always get lost in it. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Oh, it's these fucking things. I hate those things. The fuck is in here? This to me is one of the most Duke Nukem looking levels out of all of them. Like, it's one of them where you can definitely see the influence this game had. Independent contractors. What? It's more of them stupid grey balls. Where is it? Ow! You... Bloody hell, actually wide. I didn't expect that. That other door would probably open. I think that wanted a blue key, didn't it? Oh no, we've gone in the wrong fucking alleyway here. Man, those fuckers is violent. Oh, I should have saved that. Never mind. How do I get back where I come from? I want to go back where the blue door is. I don't want to be here. There's shit round here. Ah. Yeah, I'm quite surprised. I thought I would miss it. Carl Catan is giving Lo Wang a run for his money. I mean, he can punch like hornets out of the air, so... You know, I could detonate myself up there, but I don't think there's really anything up there, and I don't want to suffer the damage. Although I think if we do go up there, it's a bit of a sequence break. Ah, this takes us over here, so that's how that works. Oh, now it's playing really, like, triumphant marching music. The Nazis must be coming. I'm going to form a new union society, right? With me as president. People who don't pay their TV licenses against the Nazis. This is only the beginning. What's this, Rick? It was the other three, not me. Give me that! Rick! You killed Neil, didn't you, Rick? Oi, stop having a wet dream! You killed Neil! Oh, this is wasting my ammunition. Die already, you grey-bollock bastard. I don't need you. Was there any reason to come in here? Nah. Well, shit. We might as well take that. It's just damaged himself. It's pretty good, that concussion rifle, but I don't want to use mine yet. I want to save it. Make the most of it later on. Oh no. Yeah, run on by. It wasn't a blastable wall, was it? No. It's a big map, this. It really is. This game gets the occasional criticism for, oh, it doesn't have that many levels. There's only like 14 levels. It's like, yeah, the levels are fucking big though. Like, it makes up for it. Like, the equivalent of Doom levels is probably like, you know, 1/3 the size of these or something.
Those must be smuggler routes to the Ark Hammer.
No monster infighting in here. Thank fuck. Because I hate the thought that if it had had that, it would then rely on it. And I don't like having to rely on that. It's crap. Pallet got lost for a second there. Just for a frame or two. Do do do. Oh, it's the Kell Dragon fight. Oh good, they've heard of us. Well, I assure you I didn't do it deliberately, but I would have done if I
If
did.
any harm comes to her, I'll personally shove my blaster down your slimy throat.
Like if I had known.
I wish you were here
Oh,
too,
no, it's-
Jabba. There's
oh, it's
nothing
part of the
like roast
structure.
hell dragon.
Catan could have easily just punched those Gammy guards out, but I think he just wants the fun, you know. He wants to fight the Khal Dragon, just to, like, make a point. Send the message when Jabba checks in later and he finds it dead. He's asking, like, the one surviving guard, like, what the hell happened here? Oh, it was Catan. What, he stole some weapons? No, he punched it. We threw him in the pit, we opened the door, the Keenan and Khal Dragon came out, and he punched it to death. Oh, man. Yeah, the timing's a bit rough here, like... Yeah, I got it, just about. Ugh. It's just not quite as fluent. The fucker's dead. That's what Kyle does fucking... Unfortunately, like, opportunities to punch are a little bit more few and far between on this. I'm nervous of doing it just because of the performance hit. Let's have a fist fight with this fucker. There we go. I mean, I don't have much choice in this level. I wonder if I'm going to make an idiot of myself here like I did last time. Apparently not. Almost did though. I heard his feet come off. Oh, keyboard, no! Really need to fix that. Could just tape it. I can't because I took my duct tape out to the shed. Crap! What the hell? I thought that came down on the timer. Which it fucking will now, won't it? Now that I'm up here. Okay. Keyboard's fine now. Until I probably really need it for something. And then it won't be. Then it'll break again. Oh shit! I got stuck on a corner. I don't know, it's just the adapter, it's worn out, so it comes loose and then the keyboard stops working right. Oh, it's a passive adapter, so it is just loose connections. So it's, yeah, just loose cables. So you have to have that on the end. Oh dear. Well, at least we know the PC speaker replication works on this sound card now, I suppose. Yeah, squeal, piggy, squeal. Got my stuff. Now you're in trouble, Jabba. Jabber stabber. He was waiting down there the whole time. Yep. Man, these guys can take thermal detonators to the face. I gotta hand it to them. Like, they're pretty tough. Oh no. Oh fuck, I thought I was far enough away. Come on. Ah, not fast enough. There's not another opening there. Ah, shit. I hate those things. Yeah, that works. Oh, fuck. Really? So there isn't a... I'm not remembering wrong about this opening video. It's just that it wasn't open yet. Man, those are brutal. They're really brutal. I should probably make more effort to, like, dodge it, really, but... Why should I? I got 4 lives left. Game over only sends me to the start of the level, so... I'm not that worried. I'd rather just take the risks. Plus, I think there is medkits in these doors. Wow. The explosion radius is almost Duke Nukem levels in this. Is this the way I want to go? I'm not sure I want to be down here yet. No, this is the one I want. Okay. Man, so many doors. Jabba really likes his Doom doors. But I always remember there being a third one. Why? Why? I'll tell you what, this requires... No, not that. Oh yeah, why not? Nah, maybe not. Maybe he isn't the best weapon for the job. See, those mines really make you think there should have been multiplayer in this. Like, this would have been awesome in multiplayer. Put them on the spawn points, annoy the hell out of the other players. Where's he bombing me from? Oh, fucking hell. That nearly killed me. Well, I guess I won't be detonating myself up there now. Maybe I will. Oh, really? It's a bit harder to do at this frame rate. Last attempt and then we'll do it legit. Ah, shit. Yeah, we're getting beat up on here. I'll just fucking leave it. Yeah, you can block spawns with those in Duke. And as you discovered, blocks fall damage. There is a jetpack in that cave in Lunar Reactor, but it's tucked away in a corner. It's hard to see. I want that extra life. Is my keyboard going to... Of course, there's a gap there, isn't there? Yeah, the keyboard's been funky again. Wonderful. Fuck! That was my fault, that wasn't the machine. I mean, it probably is a combination of both. I think me and this thing are just as bad as each other at this point. Fuck the extra life, I don't need it. I'll take the risks. Yow! Kill some stuff here and kill some stuff there. Kill. Kill the things in the level and kill the elevators. Oh shit. That's bad. Kill them, but it's bad. I know things are bad. Real bad. It'll leave you alone with my toaster and my TV, and I'm not gonna leave you alone. I want you to get mad! You've never actually seen the whole film. I wouldn't bother, that's like the only good bit in it. I wonder if this used to be the way down, or is this... Does that come from somewhere else? It's a bit of an odd little sector, that. Oh shit, now get up there. Jedi engines, weird physics at play. Ah, that's what that sector does. Okay, well now it makes sense. There's mines in here, isn't there, the bastards? They love planting them. They've got a real thing for that in this level. Let's weld him. There we go. I'm not sure how you would really use a welder like this. It's a little bit weird. Is that a... Weird. Weird shading. I only have so many colours to play with. Don't think I know that one. I've missed a bunch of them I'd usually try and find, like the smoking area in the prison. I just sequence broke the prison and somehow remembered the key code. But the one with the mini pool, I don't... Yeah, I don't know where that one is. That's another nuisance removed. I just ran by a dude, didn't I? No, yeah. Oh, it's only these. These aren't too bad. It's only if they get in your face because the axe really hurts. But as long as you're not within axing range, they're not that much of a... I got the, yeah, I got that one. That's apparently max. But no, the pool, I no idea. Don't think I've ever found that one. I don't know where everything is in this game. I've never been a 100% secret sort. Use those because they have a bit of range and the frame rate's dipping a bit here. It's edging playable. Oh yeah, the parallax moves, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll look it up sometime. I'll keep an eye out and see if I notice anything odd going on. Like that suggests there's a thing, but at least know that's there. Fucking music. You know, I don't think I missed the mostly terrible 32-bin plugged in. It made performance worse. It played the music shit. Fault Maker synthesis ain't really any better, but at least it's cheap. And if it breaks, I don't have to give somebody money for it. So it does bug me more and more, though, as this stuff ages. Like, there is constantly this nagging in the back of my head, like, it's gonna bust one day. And it won't be replaceable when it does, and it won't be repairable forever. There's nothing here, is there? Because I remember hearing of some obscure secret in this part of the level. But I don't know what it was or how to get it. Ah. Yeah, verdammt. Get rid of them. Yeah, they really like playing with explosives in here. Jabba's serious about his security. Really serious about his security. They didn't have too many shades of terracotta in the palette, did they? It's very, very dirty texturing in here. Let's remember that one's there. Come back for it. We need more health. Assuming I can get back here, because it's a little bit of a... It's a weird little alcove. It's a really weird place, to be honest, this, when you think about it. I thought it'd take 2 bombs, and it took the 1. Yeah, it's, I don't know if it can shift them when it's in a level, though. Like, you'd think it'd be noticeable if it did. Unless you'd have, like, a corridor with only a few colours that were the same in both palettes. Yeah, the fog will have to be, like, something somewhere. A bunch of bloody tables for everything. Oh, a Kell Dragon! Oh, fucking hell. Jump spell there, remember? I'm not after you, Dragon. Dragon, if you kill that thing up there, then I'll fight you. I just want him out of the equation. There we go. That other one's far enough away. Alright, give it to the dragon. He's not been cowardly. He's still getting up in my face. What's that? Kill. Punch me in the back, will ya? Not punching me in the back, that's cowardly. That's the one we killed before. Man, they really are odd, these gammy bastards. What does this do? I can't remember, but it does something. Ow! Where is the fucker? I'm gonna shove this in fucking down his throat. I can't see him. How did you get that? I'm not having this. It really is gritty in here. It works, but it's gritty. Maps are definitely getting big now. I mean, how far away are we from Imperial City? That's going to be a shit show. That level's hard. It's my favourite level, but it's hard. And I do have the difficulty ramps down to make up for the lesser performance. Imagine being the guard just hearing that behind you. And then he still just stands there. So I guess that doesn't count as a weapon sound. Because, I mean, usually if you make noise with a weapon, they'll turn around even if you don't hit them. That was a bit weird. I must have hit him right on the head. Yeah, that or there's some, I think there is some sauce in here, isn't there? Yeah, there is. There must have hit a boundary for it somehow. That works. Is there anything I need down there? I don't believe there is. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing useful down here. Oh well, I didn't mean to press that. I was trying to feel where the key was. Yeah! Got one. Ah, it's just a gammy. I'm not too worried about him. That's my ship. Give me that. It's mine. He didn't look like a gammy though, did he? No, he's not. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Wasn't there a secret round here somewhere? Wasn't it something to do with this central area? Like there's something I don't quite remember. I don't know what that elevator does either. I'm not gonna mess with it. That was weird. We shot through the nearest one. Oh, goodies, nice. We found
Thanks,
Jen.
I thought I was done
No
for.
time for hugs. Let's get out of here.
I thought she was on the other side of this for some reason. Oh no, there's no doors over there, is there? Well, I guess I can exit level whenever I want now, so I'll have a poke around and see if there's... Oh jeez. Bit of crowd control. Maybe we should try this one. Man, they're annoying little bastards, those things. Right. Anything in here that I need to know about? I'm not seeing nothing. That was the way I came in. It's where they throw them into the pit. Not into the pit! It burns! Yeah, I don't know. Let's just leave the level. Yeah. I still need to play with that German demo that has that weird switch at the first level. Because I want to know if it does anything. Oh no, it's the Imperial City. See, I love this level, but this is going to be a bit of a fucking clusterfuck on here. I don't know that it's going to run so well. It's just going to be really challenging. So I'm leaving it on fucking easy, because this is going to kick my ass. Power supply's holding up for that, innit? Yeah, it is. Let me get a drink. I need a drink. How much heat's coming out of this? Fair amount. That's good. That's healthy. That means it's running. This poor fucking machine. That's what these things are for. These machines are no good if they can't withstand a bit of a beating. Oh, they'll use tapes forever. Fucking hell, man. The load time on this level. We're going to find out whether it runs short of RAM here, aren't we? Oh, yeah, that's a bit clunky now. The music's quite fitting.
Surrender immediately.
Don't need shields, but I do need power units. See, now I'm wondering about these, Where is he? So I assume these textures are 1 pixel tall. And now I'm wondering about those, whether that's like a necessary thing. I always thought it was a bit of an odd choice. And I have to wonder now if that's because of like memory use, like the amount of time this took to load. This must be fucking, this must be encroaching the limitations, certainly. I suppose we'll find out if there was defective memory that was causing that Unreal Unreal mode to crash the machine. I don't think it was. I think it's probably just some obscure quirk of this CPU or something. Just didn't like the way it was configured. I mean, it's kind of the problem when you start dipping into things that other people don't generally play with for one reason or another. You're kind of in the dark on these things, and if something doesn't really work the way it should, you have nothing to go on. I think it has some form of texture stretching, because I swear there's a misaligned one on one of the crates in level that's after the prison, I think it was. Like where I was dealing with the lag. Yeah, I don't know. Whether it has texture stretching or not, it will repeat them, surely, if they... Like that whole elevator shaft, the texture can't be that tall. That wouldn't be practical. So I assume those black streaks are just 1 pixel tall and it's just repeating. Like it would cost less to load a texture that was that small. This level obviously is, because of the load time, it's obviously using a lot of assets compared to the others so far. So that's the longest load time I've had. And then there's the thing with this machine, it's... hard drive is IDE, so that if it has to access that while the level's running, it's going to pull on the CPU to do it. It ain't gonna help things. Oh shit. Shit. We do a little bit of bravely running away. Or else what? What are you gonna do that the other guys didn't do? Yeah? Asking me to halt isn't gonna work. So what it does have with textures in this game is a little bit of that fine warping that the PlayStation has. And when you get it close to things, it kind of starts bending a little bit. But it's quite bearable here. It's not a fucking mess like it is in fucking Boomer Raider. Oh, don't I get the big fun gun in this level? I think I do. Well, I'm going back down there, because I want in that hole over there. Don't remember what's in here, but I want in here. And this level's huge. Yeah, there's that texture again. So that one on the floor definitely has more pixels, but I don't know if it's the same texture or not. Well, does it? No. It doesn't. It's just because it's aligned, like, square. I don't know if it has relativity on floors. I'd have to... I can't remember. Do the rotating floors, do those have... Are those just a solid colour on the top of rotating sectors? Like the floors on them are just solid grey and solid black. So it probably doesn't have relativity. Oh, jeez. Can we get away with this? Probably not. The last few times I've played this game, I've set the fucking alarms. Oh, no. Can the turrets get me here? Maybe they can't. Maybe we should just run away. I mean, I have to come back, but we can worry about that later on. Oh, jeez. Chugga, 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 chugga. Oh, poor machine. How many fucking cycles are we gonna eat? That's the way out. That's the way out. Yeah, no such option. There might have been a debug feature, like at one point. And the build ports had it. I don't know if the engine ever had it before then, but it is at least a thing the engine can be made to do, as it turns out. Well, maybe we ought to. I'm getting beat to shit here. Was bound to happen sooner or later. I usually suffer a death or two in this level at the best of times, so it is a big space to be doing on here. And there's lots and lots of sprites in it. Let's pick some guns up. I wonder if it's drawing the inside of that building up there where we can look out on this. I mean, I can see into the building, so got to be a fair bit of drawing going on. It's really not as bad as you'd think it'd be, but it's not glamorous. Right, there's turrets in the walls, isn't there? Stupid Imperial forces, are you going to leave me alone? I've got things to do over here. Oh, shit. This might be our best bet. Maybe not. Apparently I'm short on ammo on that. Got loads on this, though. Oh. Oh. The polygons. There's no floating points on them, but it's enough to fucking... It does have an FPU in this machine, so I suppose if there was, it'd probably run them alright. They'd probably not impact it that hard. But I very much doubt if this game would try to use that. Can't imagine having any floats in this. Okay, well, that didn't go as badly as it sometimes does. Statue's been destroyed, but I mean, I don't give a fuck about the Emperor. He's a dick anyway. Maybe that'll send him a message. Show him just what little I think of him. I'm in a bad mood. You're getting detonated. Oh. The frames. They're all in my imagination. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna end up dead here. Yeah, I hope I don't game over. That would be bad. Do with some of it. Let's use this gun for a while. Oh, let's not actually. There we go. detonate the bastards. That'll fucking learn them. Where's that black bollock bastard? There it is. Ah, my thermal detonator skills are just not so good through it. Starting to think we might have to turn the screen size down in this stage. Oh, there was med kits all the way out here. I could have run and got them. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. At least got plenty of ammo for this gun, so that's nice. Like, it's just giving us it every fucking which way. And running the AI is going to be making it worse, so as we kill them off, it should start improving a bit. Almost done down here. I think I can start messing with elevators in a minute. Yeah. It's big areas, lots of geometry, polygons, and lots of sprites, so it's the biggest level it's taken on so far. We could shrink the screen down. I did insist on turning it up, but it's done pretty well so far. I always try pressing that, and I still know it's not going to do anything, but I still press it. Human behaviour is rather strange sometimes. Okay. We'll just ignore them. I hope they go to sleep and stop slowing my game down. Can't really ignore these ones though. You can get detonated. You can get detonated. You can get detonated. There we go. Fucking hell, am I out of shields? I am out of shields. I'm definitely out of shields. I had another one. Where was he? I don't want to lose more lives because it's probably going to use me all of these to get through the Dark Troopers. At least there's some detonators. Keep moving so I don't get shot without expecting it. Don't remember what that is. Okay, one of these rooms has shields, but it has dudes. It's not this one that has the shields. There's one of them stupid ball things, I think, as well. In the ventilation shaft or whatever it is we're going to. Okay, that's some shields. That's better than nothing. It's not nice here, it's not nice, it's not nice here. Fucking hell, he survived it. They're getting tougher. Oh, you can be the first victim, buddy. Yeah, he didn't last long against that. But I got a Dark Trooper coming up and I'm on, like, no health. No health at all. And I don't know if it's worth backtracking to get some or just take the hit. I'll just take the potential loss of life, I guess. Oh, I hit these things at the best of times. I'd sooner save the death until the fucking complexity of this map. It's a headache. So at least now if I die it should reset me here, so it's not so bad. But this area's massive. This is back, like, outside the building, and so it's drawing all that shit that was out the front. Wait for it to explode. Sure, there's dudes. Let the auto in do its job, because when I'm moving fast I can hardly see. There's the detail been cranked. I can crank it down further if I have to, but I don't really want to. But yeah, there's like a Dark Trooper fight in this building over there. Yeah, you see, I like the big fucking cannon gun thing. It's a favourite of mine. Is there things out here? Nothing out there. There's not on the other one, is there? I don't think there is, but I'm gonna check. Music's suitably ominous. I don't see anything out there. Am I even supposed to be here? Yeah, there's nothing there. Let's get him back. This is nerve-wracking. That was a bit worrying. Okay, so we're going to end up losing a life here, but there's only like one more big bastard, I think. So if we can get him and not die again, we should be alright. But he's going to be coming up the elevator already, I would think. Seems that way. Oh, there's one of these. I thought it was a bigger one than this that came out here. Maybe it is, and it changes him up when the difficulty's down. So you know what's going to happen? It'll be this fucker who gets me, won't it? I'm on 1 health. We're going to lose a life either way, but we'll hang on as long as we can. Is there anyone else in there? Yeah, of course there is. Just in case. Nope. Yeah, that door opens over there as well, I'm sure it does. So maybe there's a bigger bastard in there. Or maybe it doesn't. No, it's one of them things I just always remember incorrectly. I guess we'll find out. But this is that snail shell puzzle. I think. Ah, okay. Makes sense. This is that snail shell puzzle. So, I was going to say, I'm going to get killed as soon as I get down here. Something's going to get me. Hello, elevator. Please come back up. The fucker outsmarted me. Nasty surprise for them. Yeah, how does this work again? So. Oh dear. Where's my pencil? I had a pencil. Eddie, you've snapped the pencil! No, I don't. Fuck the pencil. I'll just roll a cigarette in retaliation instead. We'll go through and we'll put them all on, like, open, and then we'll work it out from there. I can get this. I've done this plenty of times. There's hidden shit we can get if we open it up more, but I'm not too worried. Actually, isn't there an extra life down the bottom of that centre bit? If I can get down there... But man, they really went to town with stacking sectors up in this level. On the upside, performance shouldn't be too bad down here, I wouldn't think. You're in violation of Uranus. Yeah. 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 Uh-oh. Are these bouncing here? Yeah, they do. Right. We're about back around the other end. We are. Excellent. And now we have to go through it backwards. But don't we have to start from the centre or something weird like that? I'm sure we do. But I'm sure you have to run halfway around. So you do it like 3, 3, 3, 2, 2. So what we do is we'll go here, then we'll go... I might get this wrong, because I think I'm trying to be cocky, but... 2... 2... Fucking... 3, 3... Yeah, 3... 3... 3... I think I have made a mistake, I think. 2... Yeah, I needed to go one farther. That's no big deal. So I don't think I can get round.
You're not authorized.
I do like a good puzzle. I know some people really hate this aspect of this game, but I really like it. It's one of my favourite things about it. So that was 2. This one was on 2. And so the one before it, I think, was on 2 as well. Unless... No, it wasn't this one. Okay, so it needed one more. 2... 2... Fucking thing. 3... So I might still have this wrong. 3... 3... No! No, that other one needed to be 2. Fuck. Maybe the fast one needed to be 2? Yeah, I think if we set the fast one there to 2... No, get off the key. Dickhead. And this one, where it? No, this one. We'll set that to 2. There we go. 3... 3... 3... Oh, sons of bitches. Where have I gone wrong with this? It'll be in that one section there, won't it? Of course it will. So I might be able to do that, but then the other bit will be closed off. But we'll see what happens if we set it. At least we've done a complete lap of that. And then when it doesn't work, we'll go back out and rethink everything. I can at least see what's in here, so that's a start. But we have to get quite some ways around, and I don't think the auto map's helping us. Okay, but I mean that worked, so 3. Well, what's that one then? Okay. So if we put one more 3 than we have, maybe that'll do it. So that's 2. 2. 3. 3. 3. I think this one was 2. Do, 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 do. Ah! Let's go one further. 2. 2. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 2. 2. Done it the slow way today. There we go. There we go. Yeah, now you're there. Ow! Get off! And the bouncing lasers are not good. Fucking injure ourselves with that. Leading the charge against the Empire.
Good job, Kyle, but you're not done yet.
Oh, I'll be done soon enough. You mark my words. My eyes are stinging. It's hay fever, I think. Oh, you see, this is like when I start getting let loose on Duke 3D, this shit.
Navicard inserted and decoding. Beautiful, Kyle. Now get that data tape and hightail your mercenary hide back to the landing pad. I can't stay out here too long before Imperial security takes notice.
Gotta get the fucking turrets.
I'm on my way out.
Looks like a Sony product. This little round top though.
Kyle, something strange is going down over here. Get back here. I mean it.
Yeah, there's a flying dark trooper all the way back up the city there. Stop! Ah! No. I don't stop. Not for nobody. Not even the police. Especially not the police. Yeah, the fucker's in here. There we go. Not sure how rough this is going to be. It's not too bad if you can keep the explosions off yourself and on him, but we're having to do it with significantly diminished frame rates here. It's not too bad actually. It's manageable. Shit, that didn't work out. That got him. Perfectly doable. Where's that trigger? There it is.
Kyle, where are you? I'm back at the landing pad. all over me. I had to properly dispose of them.
Oh. That's weird, the floor sort of sank. Yeah, the triggers were slow. How much game's left? Should I push on a little more? I don't know if I got time to finish this today, but we'll push on for now. We'll see where we can get. Hard drive rattle. Fucking turbo display. This machine has more AA batteries than my Walkman. I've never seen another turbo display like that actually needs batteries to remember the values it's supposed to display. And I quite like it, it's like jumperless, but at the same fucking time, it's a little bit dodgy. Yep, slide it over. This is quite clearly warp factor. Now they can hear it apparently. I guess the gammies are just a bit stupid or something. You're in violation of my daughter. Yeah, I'll violate your daughter, why not? As long as she's 16 and over. Otherwise I'm not doing it. Ah! In the distant past, wasn't very keen on that. And I tell you what is annoying is finding a utility to do it, because I seem to remember that on that system had to run, it's probably where I found PC Check, because it would have been where I worked. And I seem to remember we had to use PC Check's Park Hedge feature to actually do it, because we didn't have any utility to do it. It's not like DOS comes with one. And of course when you look up such a thing, they just, oh well, just type Park. It's like, that doesn't work. Like, that isn't a DOS thing that you remember typing. That was obviously something that you had installed. And its path was obviously just always on the command line. Let's blow up the troopers, and blow up the black guys, and blow up the white ones too, and brown ones. It's a very diverse cast of Imperial forces. And they're all equally annoying, so... yeah, for physics. That didn't sound good. I think someone just killed themselves. Little French accordion on the go again. Yeah, they killed themselves in here apparently. This is that bit with that swinging bridge, isn't it? Oh, fuck. These guys. Need med kits now. I think there's a revive around here somewhere. Off. Shot me off the ledge, you cunts. Get out the way of that one, because he's dangerous. Okay, I know there's still dudes. That's fine, we can stomach it. I can stomach them. It's slow here, isn't it? Well, it's still more useful than a 286 would be. Okay, fine, I'll use these. You'd think I had no shields. What's the deal with this? Isn't that... yeah, okay. This is going to be fun on here, isn't it? I can just tell already. Oh, I thought I'd killed him already. Don't remember how the sequence works here, but indeed the floor is just a solid colour, so guess there is no texture relativity in this game. Should we even put textures on active sector? Well, you can put them on elevators, so why wouldn't you be able to put them on other active floors? But I guess it just wouldn't look right. Does this just take me back over there? Because that isn't very useful if it does. Hey, why are you going down there? Oof. Out of shields now. Right, is it going to stop here or is it going to keep going? It's a good little fairground ride. So I'm going to use all them up. Give me my welding tool for a little while. I can see that revive there and I really want it. Nothing hiding back here, is there? No, no power-ups of any kind. Oh, come on. Don't fail me now. Oh, shit. No! No, you son of a bitch. Now I gotta start the sequence all over again. You fucker. Well, if we got her... Well, it is bringing it back, so, I mean, we got that at least. You know what, we probably... No, because won't it just... No, it'll keep going, won't it, surely? Surely it'll just keep going, unless it goes to the nearest point, but I can't see it doing that. Hopefully stacking things up like that doesn't do any damage, like... I wouldn't have thought it would. They seem to be able to lock switches in this, like, if you're not supposed to use them. It's just a shame it turns so slow. It would be nice if it was faster, but then you'd have to jump across to it, and that'd be harder, so... I guess it was a bit tough to balance this one. It might stop here, actually, like... Might just ignore that second switch press. Doesn't look like it's gonna though. Yeah, a lot of them do. This one does, but on this hard drive, like most of them, you just set it to like 65535 or whatever. I guess that, and I don't think it really matters what you put there, because I think the drive firmware just... I'm curious as to how that works when you turn the system off, like what sets it back to the right place. Like, is it just running off of capacitors at that point or something? It's okay, I'm back against the wall. You know what I should do while I wait for this piece of shit to turn? Where'd he come from? So I'm not bad with the detonators when I've got time to think about what I'm doing. Ah, you're the one I wanted. There we go. It's playable on 386, but it seems so much more painful, doesn't it? Look at that aspect. Just tell you this game doesn't have widescreen support. Oh shit. Running out of shields again. Oh fucking... It definitely can spawn enemies, this game, can't it? Let's play Mansion of Hidden Souls again when it comes up on Halloween. Starting to feel like some Sega CD. Revive. What? How did that take that trajectory? Okay, there's no dudes in here, that's good. Yeah, that's what made it widescreen, was shrinking the viewport. Oh, now it's starting to look a bit like Spaceport in here. You're in violation.
Stop!
These fucking stormtroopers, what a bunch of morons. There's a secret in here, I'm sure there is. Don't remember where or how to get to it though. I'm sure it was in one of these bits on this side. Oh well, it's not important. Welcome to Warp Factor. Nah, I can't see myself ever owning Apple hardware. I thought about it, but I just can't really come up with anything to do with it. It's the same as like Amiga hardware. It's just like, what's the purpose of this now? That's where I came. Okay, what's that door for then? Oh no, it's just the other door there. Where's... I need the blue key. Well, I'm not coming all the way back here. Not today. I know where that key is as well. I usually get it fast. Well, there's no point in pushing any of the buttons in here, is there? So we might as well just fucking run back up the stairs, and I'm sure I just ran through one of them concussion rifle guys. I don't think I have to go back there, so... Marathon. What's that again? Is that the Elder Scrolls thing? I don't see myself playing that. I don't do RPGs. Yeah, this is where that blue key is, huh? Fuck coming in here. I'm going to assume I don't need to be in here. That was weird. My detonator did no damage to them. I think that would be where I came in. It's the next one of them that I want, isn't it? Because I'm still going clockwise. Cockwise. Countdown to cockdown! Watch this! Fucking Ric Flair has fights with a book. I'm out of thermal detonators. The only piece of mech hardware I have is that DOS on mech card that I'm never going to use. I should probably sell it. I think there's probably other pieces required to use it, because there's all them connectors on it. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of it. I've seen people post screenshots of it, but I thought it was like an old Elder Scrolls title. Unless I'm getting it mixed up with something else. I've never owned any modern Apple stuff. It's this one pointless sector. I bet there's a secret in there that I've just never figured out. See, I need keys for here and I don't have them. Maybe that's that key that's in that other thing? I don't really want to get like all of the hidden shit. I just want to get through the game on here just to say I've done it, you know? Yeah, I'll try and remember to have a look at it at some point. The interface can't be as rough as Ultima Underworlds is. Like, once I said I don't do RPGs and shit, I would have liked to play through that, like, on my own, and I just can't. Like, I can't wrap my hands around controlling it.
Good job, Kyle. Now launching. I'll see you on the dark side, Jan. Good luck, Kyle, and may the Force be with you.
Executor. I think there's only one more level after this, isn't there? I always kind of forget about this one. Like, I remember this level down here, but I always seem to forget it exists. It's definitely not the most memorable level in the game. There's like nothing wrong with it per se, it just it doesn't seem to do its own thing enough. I think in my head I get it mixed up with that other ship that we have to go on. The one where I was on about like the next gen tanking. Yeah, load time's not too bad on here. Assholes, they've trapped the door. Yeah, I guess they know I'm here. At least I got a welcome party. I'd have been disappointed if I didn't. He was violating me from all that distance away. Yeah, well, I you see, that's the great thing, because I did two Boomer Raider streams in a row. Now I get to do like 2 not Boomer Raider streams in a row. Well, that's why that pointless 1 sector's there, it's for continuity. You know, so the next stream I get to do, which is probably a few weeks away now, isn't going to be fucking Boomer Raider. I get to play something that I actually like. Probably. So maybe I'll look into running Biomenace on that 286. I don't have thermal detonators anymore. See, even the music here isn't as memorable because it just uses regular Star Wars sounding music instead of doing its own thing. Which I guess they had to do as like fan service. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it, it doesn't strike a chord like the other levels do. What? The switch sound definitely played and it didn't do anything, that was weird. You know, maybe the memory in this thing is defective. I don't think so. I've men tested it so many times when I was having those real mode problems. Well, that's pretty operatic though. I like that bit of the music. I don't remember that bit. Oh, my thermal detonators, please, give me more. Give me more, give me more. Take me to the highest floor. Take me up to the stop, cause you're never gonna stop. Something like... I can't remember what that song is now. It's sung in like this 70s type false. It's like a 90s Euro trash song that... Oh no, yeah, this level has moving polys in it, doesn't it? That's gonna do wonders for my frames. Do I want the elevator or do I want the little door? We'll go for the little door first. Da, 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 da. Extra life? Oh, it was totally worth coming in here. Door's had enough of me. Gives you quite a while though. More 1 pixel tall looking textures going on there. I almost wonder if it wasn't to save memory and they'd move with the wall, like with the floor in some situations. And it was like to cover that up. Yeah, what's that going to do for me? Hold on, I've just remembered, this has that double Dark Trooper fight in this map, doesn't it? Oh no. Oh man, that's gonna hurt. Actually, this level has that track sector. So that's really cool. I still don't... Oh, I do have those now. Good.
Good. That's good. Snivelly.
Mortars. Well, can never have too many mortars. You know what I know about? The music in this level's pretty good. That's really ominous. Oh no, yeah, that is doing my frame rate a bit there. It could do with a frame rate count of this game. Come on then, make more polygons come out. Come on. Come on. I want to see them. I definitely saw them. There we go. Yeah, it does lump a little bit, doesn't it? It's not terrible, but... It ain't fantastic, neither. I guess they weren't lying on the box when they were like, it plays better on a Pentium. I mean, I suppose that would make sense, but... I would imagine almost anything would play better on a Pentium than it does on a measly 386. I've still got, like, the screens. I don't have the machine set up because it was a Core 2. That ate its hard drive long ago. I still have the utilities I wrote to run it somewhere, though. I just don't have the room in this house. I can't even just step into my chair. I have to step over this chair to get in and out of it because the room's so fucking small. Like, I'm living in a space that's the size of the living room I had when I had it set up. Weird. Never noticed that before. No, these houses are just awful. I don't know how they can rent these out in the 21st century. It shouldn't really be allowed. I'm pretty certain it's got to violate, like, basic rights of somewhere. Like, surely there's laws for landlords of what they can and can't get away with. Oh, what? He barely launched it. It worked, but... That. Oh, I don't have that. That never showed up. I can't remember if it was broken or lost, but it didn't show up, and I've never seen another cheap one. I kind of want to just build, like, a full-on video wall, like, see if I can find a set of matching screens. Remove the chassis. Obviously, I'd keep the casing so I could restore them to being, like, TVs or monitors again, but, you know, just build a case for them so I can put the tubes right up to each other. Oh, it's doing this again. Come on, don't do this to me. Stop. No. Oh, for fuck's sake. If it gives me trouble, I will just LA Pergo it. Because, I mean, I can't really account for, like, the keyboard being dodgy. Keyboard works, it's just that adapter, but I don't know where my other one is. And this is, like, a shitty adapter I've had since, like, somewhere in the 90s. You know, it was on my dad's PC back then. You know? It was on this one, it broke, wasn't it? Let's see if it does it again here. No, it's fine. So it is that connector. Yeah, you still can find them. They show up, like, more often than you'd think, but they're really expensive, those quad monitors, and they are monochrome. So by the time I'd, like, set some up with one of them, I could just make something. I really need that diesel running so I can travel longer distances. Not again, come on. There we go. This is really quite horrible. Okay, there we go. What? Oh, son of a bitch, I went backwards somewhere. That was a bit strange. Right, that to my right is where I came from, and this is where I'm going. Okay. So now I'm nervous. I don't perform as well when I'm nervous. Fuck you. Oh, that fight's coming up, isn't it? I just know it is. Them 4 lives are going to go bye-bye. They ain't going to be around much longer, are they? What is this?
What is this? Blood? Hope this is not Chris's blood.
So you keep barking orders at me. You should work for security. I mean, that's what I get everywhere I go. Stop! Can't walk there. You gotta go this way. Yeah, get bent. I'll go wherever the fuck I want. If you don't like it, then fuck off. Call the cops. After the police were called on a man for walking on a footpath. See, now I don't need this revive. I'm going to remember it's there, maybe I can come back for it. Probably not, but the option's there in theory. Yeah, you see, those textures move with the flow, but others don't. I wonder how they determine that in this engine. I know it's done in build, but I don't know how it's done in Jedi. See, I'm still debating building my own computer case. Like, I have visions of this really industrial-looking fucking thing. It's built out of, like, 3mm steel. Like, I want it like a desktop case, but with a slanted front. And no paint. Okay, it only gives us one of these dickheads in this difficulty, it seems. We've got to be more careful, because otherwise I'm going to blow myself up. Okay, I can work with this. I swear the collision janks a little bit sometimes. Tell you what, we're going to just unleash this on the fucker. Where is he? There we go. That. Oh no. It does give us another one. Just persist. Get him down. You dare use my own weapon against me? I'm going to say I can hear a second one. There is more than one. Hurry up before the shield supercharge wears off. Where is he? Off me. You bully. Oh no. Oh no. That doesn't work on him. Oh man. He's fucking us up. He's fucking us up and he's yelling die at us. I think he's probably serious. Oh crap. That's not the most effective thing I can use, but... Okay. We got some stuff at least. You see, the thing about that is... Where is he? Man, he put up a good fight. But that wasn't as bad as it could have been. Oh, that gives us a revive. That's pretty nice. Whoa. Picture went out of sync then. I'd imagine that's just the weird video card causing that. I mean, it doesn't seem to happen very often, but every once in a while. But yeah, it's pretty good, like, having tools to work metal a little bit, because suddenly all these doors are open to you, things you can make. I mean, I can't work with wood worth shit, but steel I can generally get it to do what I want. It's much easier to cut and drill. You can bend it, you can weld it. Yeah, well, I don't want to lose all my lives because I know I'm going to need them in the next level. So it is put me on edge of it. Because I'd quite like to finish the game today as I'm so close. I might as well just push on. So that's what I was on about with switch locking. Turn it around, send it forwards. Nice lighting going on. It's always good to see. Weapon firing rate sure does diminish a little bit in here. Okay, here we go. This is where we want to be, isn't it? What am I missing? Or is it just triggers been slow again? Did I miss a button? No, I didn't. What's wrong? I was sure this was the level end. Is it just me, or is, like, a thing not triggering here? Oh, I'd be really upset if this game broke. This game never breaks. Because it has to at some point. Everything does. It is on DOS, but... I don't think there was any farther to go, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get in here. There's nowhere else for that to go to. Nothing else to interact with. Nothing else I can mess with. Oh dear. I can look up really fast on YouTube and see if it is just a trigger not working. Because I'm sure that the level's supposed to end there, like the next mission prompt's supposed to appear. So I mean, what else could I really do? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's basically what I've done, so I swear I've done what I need to do. Because we stow away on this, and then we get into the arc hammer from this thing. Let me just double check. I'll look it up on YouTube. Someone will be playing it. Someone will have a recording. Oh, assuming that'll load. Oh, it's going to have ads on it, isn't it? No, don't do that. I didn't press that. That was weird. Oh man, I always forget how much the internet tanks when it's got ads on it. Like, my stream might be dropping frames because of this, and if it is, well, I'm sitting in the shuttle while I wait. I mean, it's not the first time we would have had slow triggers. I'll be amazed if you can still see what I'm doing here. Like, the machine can barely fucking operate. Like, my screen, I can see my screen redrawing. This is how bad it is. I can run a whole game on this 386 But trying to look up videos of one, you know, that's no, you ain't gonna fucking do that. How many ads are we gonna get? How many ads do you think we're gonna be rudely awoken by? None. That's nice. Feels barely watchable, but yeah, you will. And that's ads in the fucking browser causing that. Tell you, oh, don't use an ad block. Fuck you, I want my page to load the same day. Now, this guy's playing it. His game's running at an insanely high frame rate. It must be at least 30 frames a second. Is in the same that I am. You press the switch. And he's waiting for the doors to open. I did sit down there and pummel them, which makes me wonder if I might have broke some of it. Yeah, he's done nothing I haven't, so what I'm thinking is the trigger's broken. Like, his sort of... the trigger goes off when he gets to this door here, just as he drops out of it. So short of the sector being impossibly small and the game not catching it, I think the game might have just broken a trigger. And if not, I apologise, but I'm going to LA skip the level. At least I will in a moment. I gotta take a leak, I'll be back in a second. And then I'll LA skip the level. Yeah, I've never known this game to break before, so maybe I did miss something earlier. It's on an obscure platform, it's been running for like... don't know, I don't have a timer for my stream anymore apparently. But I would imagine a couple of hours. So I guess it's not impossible that things can occasionally just go weird. If someone watches this later and I did miss something, I'm sorry. Because I don't really approve of cheating, but as far as I can tell, the game just didn't hit a trigger and that was the end anyway. Maybe I'll go back and play with it in my own time. So we're in trouble now. It's the last mission. It's a big mission, difficult mission. It's a good mission. Arc Hammer. You're confident. Well, I'm reasonably confident. But hey, you know, one breakage in like 25 years, I wouldn't consider that a bad track record. See, we just start here. Don't have many of those, that's a problem. That fixed them. Yeah, we're well and truly in space now.
Surrender immediately.
Why do you even bother sending these puny little troopers to me? They've never once managed to stop me, so I don't know why you think they're going to start stopping me now. Start stopping me, that's wonderful command of the English language there. Yeah, welding arms. This'll be fun. Who are you shooting? Ow! I guess this is revenge for me welding people's faces shut before, isn't it? Poor thing. It's like I'm just doing my job. Stop! No. Ain't my property. I have no respect for you. So I'll treat you like a 50s housewife. And if you're not going to make me a sandwich, then I'll give you a good hiding. That's just the way it's going to work around here. This is a return path, isn't it? There's no need to go down here. That platform has come up though, I think, so... Star Wars, make me a fortune, put off my mortgage. A bit of mindless violence to ring in the morning. Oh no, you see, this is... The difficulty is just going to go up, isn't it? I'm going to regret starting this. I'm going to wonder why I ever thought it was a good idea. Yeah. I don't think these turrets will see me if I do this, can they? Apparently not. Haha, stupid turrets. I had to tease them just a little bit. Always reminds me of the Matrix, this bit of the music. I'm just going to have to go down there, aren't I? That's alright, we can do it. Oh, shit. Yeah, I've got way more dangerous weapons than the last time I faced you. I don't think that was necessarily necessary, but just to be certain. Oof, get away from there. Well, we got 4 lives. I think it'll be doable on 4 lives, but it's going to get a bit tight. That bit with the platforms and shit, that sort of T-shaped area, that's across the way from here. In one of those areas over there. Yeah, in there I think it is. That, I suspect, is going to be a problem. I don't know if we have to fight that one though, we might be able to just skip on by him. But I have a feeling he either triggers a door or opens something that we need. Yeah, this one. Fucking hell. Didn't even have a chance. We're kind of stuck with the problem of I have to use heavier guns to offset the disadvantage I have. Port 386. Hopefully I get more of these. Because this gun's quite good. Where did I pick up the supercharge and why didn't you give me it before?
Surrender immediately.
Or did I have it before and just die anywhere? Like, what happened? Oh, there's like platforming, isn't there? So you know my keyboard's gonna fail again. Yeah, but I've heard of it happening. Especially with the way people do ports now. There'll probably be a fucking port of like fucking Keen or Captain Comic will get a port that needs Direct 3D 12. But hey, you know, it works through OBS and that's just a utility, so you know, why not? That's obviously the way things work now. Anyway, I thought they were Space Invaders games that run on fucking 3DFX hardware from the 90s. It's a nice effect, it never gets old. Worse and worse trouble. Okay, this ain't too bad, but the platforming, I will LA Pogo this if I have to, because this is just going to be stupid with this keyboard acting the way it is today. I'm doing okay for now. Oh, no, I'm not messing with that switch, that can fuck itself. I'm sorry, it can just fuck itself. Oh shit, he's still alive. Oh, I think he was somewhere else and he just came to see what the noise was. Blast him! Yeah, blasting me to dirt. Yeah, I think there's a bunch of them use fucking Unity, but then what doesn't now? That's always a sign of quality. Oh, it's that belt bit. That elevator's going to end up killing me, isn't it? Is it the belts or is it the fast charge? And if it is, isn't there a trooper in here? Probably. No, but there's a turret. Not what I really needed right now, but there is one, so we've dealt with it. Oh yeah, I remember this now. I remember how this works. Kinda.
One.
Death Actor. Definitely need more Sega on this channel. Maybe I'll do that, like, next stream. Play some fucking Sonic. I mean, who hasn't played Sonic, but Sonic 3 is fun, and people rattle on about Sonic 2 too much. Everything Sonic 2 got right, Sonic 3 got right better. It just did. It's the... fuck off, flies. It's just the better game. There is no contest. I'll leave you alone, battery droid. Keyboard's hanging in there so far. Man, I swear I saw floors that weren't there for a second. Yeah, loads and loads of active sectors around here. And these are the sort of things that, when you let me loose with the build engine, I can totally sympathise with whoever built the level. Probably been told to turn it down by the fucking guy overseeing them. Like stop! You're gonna ruin everybody's frame rates. Like, don't do that. Can you turn it down a little bit? No. Oh, this is the off bell. That one's stupid. You see, I can't tell because the frame rate, it almost looks like it's going the other way. Yeah, I mean, it's better levels in Sonic 3, there's better music in Sonic 3. I don't know why it seems to control better, and I don't think the controls got anything of an overhaul. It's probably just better geometry or something. Maybe they fixed the collision. I have like no ammo for that. I'm gonna end up dead here, aren't I? Oh, what? What? Fuck off. Run. Go down the elevator. No, we're gonna fucking die. Oh well, suicide and attacking with us. I don't know how that works now. For mobiles you need 1,000 subs, but I can still do it here without that, so... But maybe it isn't unlocked from the start. I have no idea how it would work now. My channels are pretty old by this point, so... I guess there's certain parks just due to the age of them, where things will have changed since. Nothing in here, is there? No. So not in Beltland yet. For freedom. Running out of ammo. For all my fun weapons that I need, all the hard-hitting ones. We can get in there later, but it's a bit dangerous in there, I think. We're probably going to end up skipping that room, you know. Keyboard's hanging on though, so that's good. Hey, actually, didn't on the broken trigger thing, didn't last, when I played it on the next gen, didn't I have a broken trigger at the end of this level? Or did I just miss it? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they have changed it somewhere. Probably have to feed them way more information now as well. They're probably like, oh, what's your phone number? What's your other phone number? What's your home address? Where does your parents live? Where does your grandparents live? What time of the morning was you born?
You're not authorized in this area.
6 minutes past 6. And 6 seconds, according to the birth certificate. What a great fucking start. Can't quite remember what. Oh man, this is gonna slog, isn't it? Oh, it's not that bit yet. I keep thinking it's that bit with all the belts. Is that thing coming for me? Sure, I saw. Oh yeah, I don't want to know that too. I want to know fucking everything. Are you male or female? Female? Oh, what's your, like, cup size? Male? What's your dick size? What's your shoe size? How long is your hair? What colour is it? I'm taking risks, I'm going in here. I think we'll missile that bastard. Okay, that was effective, but there's a fuck ton of mines around the corner, from what I remember. I think there's mines and turrets in here. Fucking hell. Was there turrets? Don't know. Definitely was mines though. This isn't the extra life room I thought it was. I could have sworn this was an extra life room. No, it's full on those. I'm not. Why would I pick that one up? Weird. I don't know. It depends what it's for, I suppose. I don't tend to intervene when I run things. I just sort of leave it up to the user. Like, you give them the option, but they don't gotta fill that shit in. And if they do, it doesn't have to be correct. Let them fill stupid data in if they want. Oof. Oh, I think this is the area I was thinking of before. Would appear so. Do I want to be in here, or is this a return path? Not sure what was up with that thermal detonator. That was weird. I can't say I've ever had that before where he won't pick an item up. I've had it delay before, but I've never had it just flat out not work. Yeah. Guns don't move on conveyor belts, apparently. It maybe thinks it belongs to the sector the dude died in. We want to be the right, don't we, I think? No, I want the other way, game. They make you use your controls in this game. Oh, fuck off. I pressed crouch. I guess I was too late because I was recovering from a jump. Long time since I've been down here. But this is going to take more out of me as far as weapons and health goes. I really don't want to be down here. Oh, no. Come back up, elevator. Yeah, it's definitely bottom of the system requirements. It's tangible. I don't know what that clattering's about that I keep hearing though. I keep hearing this crackling. I don't know if it's the input on the workstation or something else, because it wasn't doing that before. Man, whatever they put on this belt, they put it through a lot. Is there any reason to go back? I know there's like med kits down that thing, but do I want them? So I always end up taking lots and lots of damage here. This bit is really awkward. There we go. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to take more damage. Texture alignment's not very good in here, I have to be honest. Yeah, there's a few secrets like that in this level where I think they're just traps. There he is, stop! No. Oh shit. Oh no, it went over the side. Oh, they're doing damage. Yeah, take the drop. Oh yeah, more damage. Lost a life. How glorious. Everybody on? Good, great, grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus. Oh, voice is starting to wear out. I don't approve of that design at all. That's really bad. That sapped me of like 3/4 of my health for something I have to do. Like, it's lost me a life and sapped me 3/4 of my health. Like, I really like this game, and this game is generally really well designed, but that is garbage. And it probably wouldn't stand out as much if the rest of the game wasn't as well built as it is. Really reminds me of the Matrix, that bit of the music. Oh shit, and I'm out of those now. I only have one life left, and there is an extra life, but you're basically going to die trying to get it, especially with health as low as this. Especially with now, I only have really big weapons that I don't want to use because I know I'm going to have to face troopers. Or like pretty ineffectual weapons like these that I use because they're what I got, but they're not great if I come up against a heavy hitter, like... Okay, where do I want to be? Where do I want to be? Where am I going? That's exactly where it was from. Thing is, we actually had a coach driver who was like... He didn't look like him, and obviously didn't have the accent. But he did fucking do the no yelling on the bus thing. He actually yelled at us. He took us on a trip, like, when we were at college. It was just a bus driver they hired. And he just started, like... We was making a racket now and then. Was like, "Oi! No yelling on the bus!" Fucking hell, no way. He didn't seem to be aware of Billy Madison at all, so I don't think he realised like what he was doing. That's this one I got to drop down. It's my mistake then, but I mean this might just kill me because I'm probably still going to take damage here. Probably, but obviously they're not my type of game, so I'm never gonna...
Stop, rebel scum!
Like, I can always appreciate when something impressive has been achieved. It's like ZX Spectrum demos. I despise the system, I hate everything on it, but at least people did really good shit with it. How they got half of that shit to work. It's very dark in here.
You're not authorized in this area.
Oh shit. I thought there was a bigger thing in here. Maybe not. Maybe because the difficulty's down. Yeah. I need to watch the young ones again. I ain't seen it in a while. Or was it this that broke last? There's something broke last time I played this. I'm sure it did. No, I think it was the end of level trigger went funky. So maybe this game does do that sometimes. 2. I'm still tempted to try implementing this over in Duke 3D, this puzzle. It should be doable. Okay, don't remember what that did. I had some machine stop running, so there was that, I suppose. Just waiting for the inevitable Dark Trooper confrontation. He's gonna put one in my face any moment. Oh shit, I just knew it. Did I just say it? I have a nice long corridor, so as long as he doesn't catch me as I run by, we might be okay. Oh, jeez. Stuck against the wall, though. Hopefully no more of those for a while. Hopefully there'll be some shields or something. Jen would be proud. He almost says it as if she's no longer with us. Oh man, my fingers are itching to press like the save game button, and this game doesn't have one. I don't know if I'd have time to restart the level if I got game over. I think we've made it about the end of the level now though, so we might just be able to do this, but I don't know. Obviously I'll try my darndest, but that's not always good enough. Do I want to do that with this keyboard being the way it is today? Think about the way that we... Fucking Ice MC. How'd the fucker wake up? And he's not even like the final boss. We'll see what we can do here. Oh, we actually got it. So, you know, I think that was a mistake. Come on, open, let me out. Oh, jeez. I can't believe it leaves both of them in this difficulty. It's not necessarily world-ending, but it's a problem, especially with these fuckers been in my way. At least we got rid of them. Frame rate isn't totally toilet, so... But it's not really good for fast-paced combat here. Oh, great, out of ammo. I didn't really want to be using this up yet. But if I have to, I have to. That life's going away very quickly. I don't know if we can do this. Oh, jeez, man. The pain. We got him down. That's a good start. I'd like to get back up there, because there's that revive up there, and I could really use it. We'll skim about and see what we can find, but I don't know if I can get back up there. Yeah. Oh, we could shrink the screen. Maybe I should. Right, but then I've pushed all the way to the end without doing it. So it would feel a bit shit, like, coming all this way. And then being like, oh no, now I'm going to shrink the screen. Oh yeah, those are rockets for this. I have plenty of those, at least. No elevator, is there? There's no elevator to get back up there. Yeah, it's it pushes it a bit. I mean, they do recommend a lower screen size than this. Oh, I can't get up there, can I? Because I raised the door. Oh, that only does like 1 damage. It's not that bad. I can live with it. There we go. And that's, oh no, there's no switch. I don't know if that was necessarily a wise decision when we're about an inch from game overed, but... What? Where's my revive gone? I didn't pick it up, did I? I'm sure I didn't pick it up. Does the game just remove it if you miss it? Fuck. Maybe I did pick it up. Well, well, well. Okay, that's a little bit higher, but no, I'm gonna have to take the damage. No, our shield doesn't work on full damage. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to face the music. Our last life. Right, looks like we've... Oh no, this is the trigger for this, isn't it?
It's been a long time since I've challenged a man to battle. I'm glad my opponent is so worthy.
At least he's respectful to us, but... I don't remember him being too bad, but I do remember losing lives to him a couple of times. Off. Ow! Where is he? Oh, fucking hell! Where the fuck did he come from? Oh man, we're going down. There's no way we're getting through this. It's not. My firing rate is like severely impeded here. That's game over, I'm afraid. I don't know that I have time to go through the level again. Yeah, things fire slower when you're, I should have just turned Super Shield on. I don't have time to go through it again, so I'll have to finish it another day. I wish I did, but I just don't. It's not on the cards, so... So I'm going to have to nuke it, I'm afraid. But that's fine. It's probably a couple of fucking weeks away. I don't know. Maybe I can try and get it done tomorrow, and then we just won't count that stream, and then I get to do 3 without playing Boomer Raid. Maybe that'll work. Because it's probably going to take me like at least 20 minutes to get back through there, and it's just going to be cutting things way too fine. So, yeah, we'll have to leave it there. But it was fun. We're basically at the end of the fucking game. And what I'll do next time... Do you know what? Fuck it. Let's go for it. Fuck it. Let's do it. We'll push on. But I'm going to use a Super Shield. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to have to. It's that or shrink the screen. Come on, Lord. Okay, I'm going to do this because it's really the only option I have. Music got a bit weird though. Where am I hearing that? I think he's up on that platform. No, he's down here. Maybe he was down that corridor. And there's a dude out here with the welding arm, I remember that at least. Oof. Ah. The jank. No, it's not what I pressed. Stop. Stop! That's a good point. It is on by default. Technically, I've put the game in a harder mode the whole time. Oh man, I'm gonna die to a welding arm. Be fine. We'll make the health back somewhat. I like standing around looking importantly at the switch. Can't be that important. All it is, isn't it? A platform. Nah, you go away. I ain't got time for you right now. There we go. It's very dramatic. Oh, crap. That was my fault. I pressed left for some reason. I don't know why I pressed left, but I pressed left. So I'm going to get clumsy now because I'm trying to hurry it. Super Shield is not a license to be negligent. Stop. Okay, I know they can't see me, and it's not like there's anything to fall off back here, so... Oof. Oh, man. Okay, he's down. I think the fucking welding arm took more hits than he did. Right. Come on. Come on. Yeah, if things don't do the shield, then you're just going to take the hits. So it's not like God mode. It's just slightly harder to kill than before. Like, we're probably going to lose a life here. It's this fucker again. Ah, there's a supercharge. I don't know what good it's going to do to us now, but... Die! There he is there. I think he's gone. He's down. Good. Okay. Let's continue. Running into the void of missing frames. Who needs frames? As long as we get some frames. Oh look, it's that, what's the name of that level? Incubator? Duke 3D really didn't hide the fact that it borrowed from this game at all. I guess there's no reason for it to. It's a good game. I wouldn't be ashamed to admit where I've drawn inspiration from this. That woke him up. Oh, that fucker, he tricked me. Still on like only 15 health. Go on, keyboard, don't fail me now. That switch there, I don't remember what that does. Evidently we don't need it, so it can fuck off. Yes! There we go.
Surrender immediately.
Yeah, they kind of do. They don't look like they existed as, like, physical things, though. I don't think it's like Blood, where they were, like, sticking clay to Power Rangers. That is actually what they did. Like, the zombies and the cultists and everything in Blood, they're a Power Ranger action figure. I think it was a Red Ranger. Yeah, Duke Nukem 1 has, like, some Journey to Silius textures in it. Well, I mean, that's a really good game. Stealing textures, I guess, isn't great, but yeah, everyone was doing it back then, I suppose.
That's one.
That's one. Okay, come on. Come on. That's where I want to be. There. Think Yes. Yeah, well, these things happen. I mean, fucking hell. I had only just got to the keyboard to watch it when it went out. I saw like 2 seconds of it and it died. Yeah, I think that used to be like a common thing as well for a time. Unfortunately, I am of the unpopular opinion that Epic's games weren't really very good back then, so... Oh, there is a hole there. That'll be what I saw. Well, we can see through the wall there. Look up there. That's weird. It's like there's a little tiny wall all... Yeah, that extra life is back here. There's no fucking good reason to go that way. Yeah, they're all just red Power Rangers, the things like that. There's even photos somewhere. I don't know why, so I can't really just dig them up, but... Who knows what you'd be able to find if you ran a search for it. It's probably documented somewhere at least which version of the figures it was, so you'd be able to look those up. That was a Yorkshire word. That was a very Yorkshire word. Pronunciation was off, I don't have the accent. Was that more like an A rather than an A or U when I say it? Out of ammunition. Not what I wanted, but we'll... Come on. Just pick that up.
Freedom.
Freedom! We still haven't had any medkits, have we? Oh, fuck. Oh, no, 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 no! Can I get down here? Can I move the... See, it's not like the FN key rollout shit that people rattle on about me. I mean, I'm pushing like, what? 5 or 6 keys at once and the keyboard's still registering, so that hasn't been my problem. Like, that was, like, what? Shift fucking Alt... 2 arrow keys and X. Yeah, I'm not entirely familiar with that title, so it's... Oh no, I want it to be the way that belt goes. See, that's my contrary nature. I'm like, oh, you're trying to send me this way? Well, that's probably the right thing, but fuck you, I'm going my way. I'll go your way when I want to go your way. Which is immediately after I've finished fighting it. I'm making pretty good progress here, actually, and I haven't died yet, but I mean, I'm still on 7 health. Goodbye, frame rates. Room order's always different than I remember it. Even after I've just been through the level just minutes ago. Is this where I want to be? Yep, but it's not the one I thought it was, is it? Oh shit, it's them black bollocks. Leave them, I don't think we've got to go back there. What are you calling scum? Like you've got room to talk. I found better things than you at the bottom of my pond. Well, I used to have a pond, I don't have one now. I've thought about Dark Forces too, but it looks like one of those nasty early 3D games. So I'm not sure if it might ruin this for me. I don't really want to ruin this for myself. I really like this game. There's nothing alive in here, so we can just... Okay. That one detonator, I wonder what's wrong with it. Couldn't pick it up last time either. That seemed to take longer than it should have to walk back into the light. I don't know what that was about. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous! Ow! Don't remember where I am. Where am I and where is it going? Where is it taking me? Never noticed the blue on his texture before, and I keep seeing it now, and I don't think I'm ever going to be able to unsee it. My head is starting to spin a little bit, I have to be honest. Whoa! That was weird. Why did that happen? Helps we go the right way, doesn't it? Unlike last time. Well, I feel bad for yelling at the game now for something that was totally my fault. Yeah, I know where this is. Yep, machine room. Thought there was more dudes in here. Oh, there is. Crap. There we go. Right. Right. Parang. What the hell? Where's it come from? You're gross. Kill it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Not been a Star Wars fan, I'm not as clued in as those sorts might be. Never got into Star Wars. It's the only Star Wars thing I like, is this. Which maybe I can see why the Star Wars fans weren't as keen on it when it came out, I guess. Maybe it isn't very Star Warsy. Yeah, that'll do it. Where did I get those from? Just pulled them out of the wall. There are some bits in Tomb Raider I've learned where, you know when you can grab a ledge that isn't there, like at the bottom of a ceiling? There's some secrets where you have to do that and items just sort of, like, come out of the wall. So they're obviously aware of that bug and they just utilised it. But then I hardly would imagine Core were the most competent developers. Ow! No, I'm not losing a life to you. I thought I killed this joker already. I did now. Just fucking bail on this. How much is left? Is there another area that I'm not remembering, or are we about where we were? Okay, well we've got here with all 4 lives, so that's a great start. As it removes that revive, we might as well... Oh, it's not there. Maybe it was somewhere... Oh, fucking knows. Who honestly knows anymore? So I sure as shit don't. Oh, crap. That's not good. Well, let's just open these. Really? Where did you come from? Really don't get much ammo for that weapon, unfortunately. It's a shame. Firing rate's a little better right now. I mean, there's not so many sprites floating around yet. And you said there's that other one, and he's not working up, but I don't know if we can even do it without fighting him, but if we could, I wouldn't. Purely because, like, if he wakes up while I'm fighting that other dude, it's going to be a whole load of shit just to try and get rid of him. We're out of those. Out of those. Out of that. Don't have much in the way of ammo here. Means I'm going to use my big Bartha gun just to do the fucking job. Wonderful. We should be able to get this done. Just barely. But I mean, we've got 4 lives to lose.
It's a long time since I've challenged a man to battle. I'm glad my opponent is so worthy.
Where the fuck's he gone now? Prepare to die! Oh man, you spawn a lot of sprites, you. I don't like you. My friends! And he's down. Indeed. We did make a mockery of him. Star Wars, I saw the original 3 of them because my brother was a massive fucking Star Wars fan, so I didn't have much choice. They didn't do much for me. I guess they're alright for kids or something, but and then those ones, they did new ones in the 2000s. I saw the first one of those, and it just seemed like it was trying way too hard. Like, it was one of them movies where you could tell that all they really thought about was, how can we spend all of this budget they've given us and make it look like we did something, like, cool with it. And forgot about making an actual movie like, in the process. Oh, plus it had that annoying kid from Jingle All the Way in it. Okay, are we going to have trigger problems? No, I don't think we are. Absolutely not. Oh, one last dude.
You're in violation.
Right, knocked him out. Now we'll go and violate his daughter's snatch. You can play this start to finish on a 386, but maybe turn the screen size down a bit. Otherwise the frame rate will suffer. But to be honest, it wasn't really much worse than Doom was on my K5, so I'd consider that pretty good going.
This is an unfortunate setback. The force is strong with Qatar.
Don't want to mess with Qatar. I don't know what that crackling is. Man, this is cutting it tight. This is really cutting it tight. But we did it! It's fucking bar. Probably don't see me doing this again on the lowest end system on the box though. I think maybe I will just play it on Pentiums. But it is playable. It was playable. If we'd left it where they'd recommended we left it, especially, I would think it would have been fine. I have to wonder if we cracked the executable to not want the CD, whether it'd improve anything. Because I'm sure it accesses the CD for some stuff. Yeah, I know it has. Well, places I need to be today. I'll hang about until the credits are over, but I'm not going to be solitaring or anything today. But yeah, maybe I'll try and fix this broadcast monitor and maybe do some Sega next time. And if not, then maybe I'll see how the 286 takes the Biomenace, but I would imagine it's the same as Keen Galaxy, where it's going to just stall every time I pick items up or anything. It'll be playable, but it'll be jerky. If I get an ISA riser up, I can always try clocking that other one down. I mean, that later 286 is way better because you can use IDE hard drives in that one. Whereas the old one, it has to be controller cards made before about 1987, video cards made 87 or earlier. I think it's like the... fuck knows. I guess they hadn't gone fully 16-bit yet. They probably just modified like old XT boards or something. I mean, you run into that on early boards for anything. 386 boards, you can tell they just did fucking, you know, 286 boards with extra bits stuck on. There's loads of old 486 boards that were basically 386 shit. Nah, Keen 6 is the only one where you can do the impossible shooter trick thing. The pogo trick works in all of them though. See, Keen 6 always makes me miss my DX4, and maybe I'll have to make another one. Now I've found out that a couple of things about this. I was looking at putting this in a low-profile chassis, this little 8-bit PB4, but this pisser riser, you can only put one card in it, because the slots occupy the same slot, and the pisser slot acts as a regular ISA slot, so we have 4 ISA slots. Might as well, like, just put it in the regular case. And I have plenty that'll fit. It's only a little dinky board. It's not like, you know, a lot of the shit I have that's on massive boards, so it makes case selection hard. This is a little tiny thing. I don't know if I'll leave that X5 in. I guess I could. And I'll set it up as an X4 120, because it'd be way faster. I mean, it's made in 96s, so you can sort of be silly with it and not feel bad about it, because it's... you know, 486s by then, you'd have been putting like much later hardware in then than I usually would. I mean, shit, the CPU I think is like, yeah, it's binned in like 97, so it would have been a very late 486. Anyways, I'm going to bail. So, as always, thanks for tuning in, High Treason, and thanks for watching. I guess just to confirm that we are on this. And we are on a 386. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'll see you around.